It's a whole playlist, so we'll see. Don't be scared. I want a different playlist. Good morning. Hello. Hi. How are you? Hang on 2 seconds. I'm trying. It might be in a different. I got too many playlists. Okay. I don't know how I would get to it because I want that song like right after and I can't move it where it's at. Okay, let's see. We'll just keep this background. Rose out, so we'll see how big it grows by the end of this. Um, I will get on to my usual spiel in a second. Thanks. Everything is so boring. Okay, so my name is Michaela, also known as Gemini Beauty Babe. I'm 29. I'm from the U.S. Um, I am a Gemini. I'm doing daily coffee talks the rest of this month. Um, I have a membership to where you could see even more into my world. It is called Gym Babes. There is a link in the description as well as on my channel. Amethyst is, since it's ran through Patreon, Amethyst is a Patreon only tier. Emerald is in the Discord. Ruby is also in the Discord. You get all the benefits on Patreon. So there you go. That is the normal spiel. We do not talk politics, religion, or use slurs here in the chat. You will be timed out. If you're timed out after 2, you are blocked. And yeah. Hi, how are you? Happy Friday. How is everybody's day going so far? I need to finish out that grocery list. Going good? Hi, Sebastian. How are you? Woo. Good morning, Robio. I hope the rest of your day goes good as well. I need to put this over here. So, let's see. Okay. I need to... Notes. Hi. Okay. So, we have... I did my usual spiel. Today, I'm normally on for like an hour minimum. Yesterday was a little bit less than that. I had to go do mom things. Hi, good evening to you. I'm doing good. I'm guessing you're other side of the world. With the evening. Which country am I from? I am from America. I put that in my little normal spiel in the morning. You're from Sri Lanka. That is... I've Googled Sri Lanka before because I was looking at places to travel. You have such a beautiful country. You are too? Everybody connecting. What time is it for you guys? Okay, for reference, it's... Hi, Manny, how are you? What time is it for you in Sri Lanka? Oh, you're from the U.S. Well, for reference, it's like 10 o'clock where I'm at. It's 11:07 for you. Okay, so you're Eastern. It will come one day. I'm trying to see how to say your name. That is one of the... You're in the Arab Emirates? Is it nice there? Like, is it hot? Hold on. Is summer here? Would it be summer there? Is it hot year round over there? I'm not really sure. I've traveled all over the country here. I just haven't traveled there. Thank you. Um, it's summer for you, and it's... Well, I hope you rest well tonight for you, and I hope it's not too hot. I'm not used to my hair being out. Hi, Bassmaster. How are you? It's 8:08 for you, so that would put you Pacific. I've seen people from all over in the few months that I've been doing this. I'm good. I'm good. Drinking coffee. We're doing coffee talk right now. I'm just trying to get my day started, get my little one up and ready. She's eating breakfast right now, and then we're gonna do a picnic later. After this, we're getting our stuff ready to go have a picnic at a park. So, we'll see. I don't even know what I'm gonna pack. How old are you? You're too young for coffee. You too. Okay, you have a good night. If you're under 18, please get off. I even put my thing marked as not for kids because, yeah, no. I'm not going to watch my language for kids. Please go. I don't. If you're under, I guess I gotta add that to your spiel. If you're under 18, absolutely not. Baby, I'm back. I said no. Get off my channel. I asked nicely. I don't let anyone under 18 stay. Especially if you tell me. You could look at thank you. When you're on somebody's channel, respect their stuff. You would want them to respect yours. Respect theirs. If I say nobody under 18, I want no one under 18 on my channel. I am not going to deal with your parents. I am not going to deal with you being raised a certain way. I was raised a certain way too. I also do things in my grown-up life that are mine. I am not babysitting anybody's kids while I'm on this channel. I am not Bluey. I am not that little boy Ryan. I prefer not to have minors on my channel. Thank you so much. That is why a lot of my content even says not suitable for kids. Even though a lot of it's makeup. It's how I talk and how I interact with my life that, yeah, it's not vulgar, but I'd rather not have to watch Did I Cuss Today? No. And sometimes the comments, because I know chat replays are a thing, I'd rather not a lot of people see what comments, even if I don't address them, what comments are in there. So we're not going to do that. So, to everybody else, if you're under 18, please get out. I am not dealing with kids. I have one of my own. That's enough. I'm an aunt to nieces and nephews. That's enough. I'm not doing it to anybody's kids I don't know. I am 29 years old. I don't, unless it's my kids, my nieces, my nephews, or my friends' kids, who, if I'm around long enough, I think of as my nieces and nephews. I don't deal with anybody else's kids outside of that. So if you're under 18, please leave. Thank you so much. You could come back when you're 18. Have been doing this off and on for the last 10 years. Well, that's the thing. I am making it known because apparently people don't even watch the beginning. I am 29. I'm from America. After that, like, fuck off. But that was not the topic I even wanted to talk about today. That's just part of the spiel. Run away, I don't understand. If you're nice, I will answer your questions. How the hell do I? Well, I mean, I can't say shit because I did pull up a couple lives ago pictures from 10 years ago, and yes, I was 17 and 18 in those pictures, but no. Let's see. It I was sent in a few topics because I did the Q&A thing. It's in the post. I did it on Instagram. I did it on TikTok. And on Instagram, I got emailed. Like, they sent it to my email that I have on Instagram. How to heal your relationship with your body. First off, you need to have a... I'm not even gonna entertain trolls anymore. Okay. They've been watching my channel for years. Their mom, like, I started this because I wanted it as it did this channel. I did have another one. I deleted it when I got married. I said that a lot in the last few years. I wanted to make like a digital diary of how I would do my makeup or vent about a stage in my life or put my own fitness journey here. Deleted that channel because I got married and that wasn't my name anymore. Thought I was going to be married forever. You know how 19s are. And then I put up my personal fitness journey. I put up, and then I stopped. I did beauty videos. Stopped that. I was really doing this like all the time. I went on hiatus. I got certified in everything I'm certified in now. And I'm currently doing online classes for 4 more certifications through fitness, wellness, health, mindset, all that. I have 4 more, and then by December, I will have my 5th one all under my belt. And she's talking about the mindset wise and everything. I'm not going to say everything, but the gist of it is she's had up and down relationship with food, with exercise, with image, and then through high school, she was bullied, not just by people at school, but by her family too, calling her fat when she was 20, 30 pounds underweight, trying to see if they would love her more if she stayed skinny. Because her mom was, you know, railway thin. And now she can't function like a normal adult, and she messaged me that she likes the journey I'm on because I put how I feel and my mindset over everything. Not if I'm tired, I'm not gonna work out. If I feel like absolute shit, I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. If that means instead of doing a weight workout, I'm gonna instead go for a walk and play with my little kid. Or I'm going to still move, I'm just gonna do something else. And then I go through my phases. If I want to sculpt or cut, or if I want to build. That one's coming up. So, and if I feel like absolute shit sculpting and I feel like it's getting super restrictive, I'll sit where it's at instead of going lower, or I'll go higher. But I can't. If you're watching and you had sent me that, I want to just say everything's going to be okay. And your mindset, I would work on. I wouldn't worry about gaining weight, losing weight. Right now, I would just sit for a few months, unless it's like life threatening and your doctor's like, no, you need to up your weight now. If that's the case, a recovery diet. Um, there's plenty of resources. I could talk to you privately about a recovery diet. I just say mindset, and mindset's behind a lot of what I do. Professionally. I mean, professionally, yeah, I'm a cosmetologist and a beauty person too. Um, but I would say mindset, like, start small this week. I want you to get rid of that scale and only weigh yourself at the doctor's office. I would tell you start this week finding things that feel good to you. Do you like reading? Do you like cooking? Do you like, stuff like that? Find clothes that feels good to you. Don't listen to your family since they were like, no, you need to lose weight. I miss that. Okay. I would find things that make you feel good. At the Find things that make you feel good to be you. Don't weigh yourself. Don't worry about your family. They wanted you to be in an absolute horrible place. I don't like that mindset. Well, if you look good, you're gonna feel good even if you feel like shit. No. I don't care what body shape you are. You're perfect the way you are. How to heal your relationship with your body? It's gonna take time. It's not gonna be instant. I want you to stop chasing after your family's approval. Chase after your own. Chase after your own happiness. If Don't go off deep end and try every single thing at once that you weren't allowed, but gradually introduce it. And I say that, I mean, you could, but I say that from the standpoint of if you were restricted for so much, from so much for so long, your body could have a negative reaction. Like, biggest example, if you go vegan for the majority of your life and then all of a sudden you eat steak, it can hurt you. And not because, oh, I shouldn't eat that again, my body's telling. Your body doesn't know what the fuck it is. Your body don't know what's going on because you ate this for so long and then all of a sudden, wham. It's not to eat it all the time. It's to start slow. It's not going from no meat at all your entire life to, I'm going to eat a 32-ounce steak. That that will only negatively impact you in the fact of your head, oh, I shouldn't have ever had that. You start in baby steps. Heal your relationship with your body. I, with clients of mine that did that in the past, like they hated how they looked and they didn't know where to start to healing themselves, It's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you like. Every single time you look in the mirror, 5 things you like. 4 things that you never noticed before about yourself. I'm gonna have to figure out some, but to send to you. But if you're watching this that had sent me that message, 5 things you like, 4 things that you never noticed. It might be you look at yourself and you never noticed you had a few freckles in a certain part of your face. Pick 3 things that you love that you absolutely love about yourself that day. It could change. It could be the same. Just, and not just that. Give yourself a reason why. I love my eyes. To me, they are so unique to the rest of my face. My eyes are so cool and they're very light compared to how warm my skin is. You notice them. They contrast so beautifully. My hair, it curls and I don't have the same curl pattern throughout the entirety of my head. But I love my hair. You know, I love my nose. Even though it's slightly crooked, it gives, to me, character. Like, you could kind of see how it just... I love it. Choose things that you want to... that you're a little insecure about, but you don't pay attention to. One thing that you're going to work on for 2 months. Out of those 2. One thing that you're going to work on. The other one can wait. I promise you by the end of the 2 months, it ain't going to be a thing. I've had people say, oh yeah, you sure about that? They found a different thing. But one thing. And that's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And notice how I said nothing that you hate. Don't ever hate yourself. You live with yourself. You're a part of yourself. That is your home. We will work on taking care of it. A lot of people start off the habit stacking with water. I am saying start off with every single day, do that. Find something that you absolutely love, you absolutely like, and one thing to focus on every single day in a good light. Like the freckles on my face, I love. My eyes, I love. My eyebrows, I have one good eyebrow, one eyebrow that's been a struggle bus for me because you can tell which one I have struggle bus. I have a mole here and I'm always trying to match this one or that one, but also with how my face is, this one, how they sit, like one straighter than the other, one arches more. I've tried to even them out. It don't work because how my face sits and how it don't. I've tried. I've had brow artists try. It always ends up. Because over time, when they go for maintenance, they're like, oh yeah, we'll just get this for you. Yep, nope. It changed. But with mindset, start thinking about the future. You had said like it messed up your hormones. It can. It's like I was talking to somebody else today. Like if you lose weight so fast, like how she's wanting to, I've known, and I've said it a few days ago about bodybuilding competitions. It's been known to do that if you do it so fast and you diet so harshly you can lose your cycle. Amenorrhea happens. And you don't have to go from one point to another to lose it. The stress and cortisol levels in you can cause that. And I could say that you could be so stressed, you could be so sick to where your body's like, yep, nope, we ain't doing this month. We'll do it next month. Or as soon as you're done stressing, we'll give it back to you. It's your body's response. If you're stressing so much or your hormones change, because your hormones as a woman changes a lot, especially if you diet that much and you do it for a prolonged period, your body's gonna be like, yep, nope. You're gonna be tired as hell, cranky as hell, and there's a chance you could lose your cycle. Um, so I told her slow is the way to go. Give your body time to adjust to that. Give it 2 weeks. Keep your water up. Keep your movement up. Let your hormones do its thing. Since monthly we flow up and down, it's never like set and then all of a sudden your cycle comes and pa. No, it changes all the time. And give it 2 weeks. It'll even out. After that, 2, 3 weeks, and just do it like that. That way you could see if any changes happen. Your hormones, you might be holding water during one of them. You might be super stressed because of things that work on top of your hormones. You know, it's like it or not, hormones play a role in a lot. You hold more water during one part, you hold less water during another. You tend to be more sensitive to things and like snappy fingers. End up super goddamn pissed about things. You know, like you'll have your wits about you, but somebody doesn't, which is understandable. The example I had in my head, somebody doesn't rack the weights right, and you get so mad because it's like, what the fuck? Um, but healing the relationship with your body, it's not gonna be a day, it's not gonna be a week, it's not gonna be a month, it's not gonna be a 3 month thing. The example I give, and I'm gonna talk to you like I do a lot of my clients. The example I give is it didn't take you a day, a month, 3 months to get to where you're at. It's not gonna take a day, a week, a month to get to where you want to be. But you have to be consistent to get to where you want to be. You have to every day choose, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do to get there. And I will work with you and lay out a plan and just be the support in your corner. Yes, Rome wasn't built in a day. Where you are at now, it didn't take you the week to get there. We are so used to instant results, going through TikTok, instant shot of dopamine, going through Instagram, you see a highlight reel. It didn't take a short amount of time to get people to those places. I hope that helped. You could always message me later and I could talk to you more about that, but thank you so much for that email and question. What? Hold on, I'm right here. I want to put him. Let's see. How mindset transformed my confidence. Okay. Mindset transformed my confidence in that I went from, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, this could go from when I was a teenager and learned makeup to now. This could be a few months ago. I It's been a roller coaster. It's been moving at a pace of deciding, and then how would I do it if I took 4 different people that I admire, their work ethic, or how they presented themselves, how they did their stuff. And I was like, how could I put my own spin on that to where it would be more realistic for me? Because they have their own stuff, that's them. How can I put my own spin on it for me? And I wrote it down, and I would honestly say that to myself in the mirror, or I would talk to myself as if I was talking to my little girl. Don't care what people say. Somebody is always gonna hate you no matter what you do. They're always gonna comment on it. You're always gonna do it. I promise. Um, and there's not gonna be anybody else like you. Yes, there may be a thing where a lot of people do it, but nobody's ever gonna do it like the way you do it. Nobody's ever gonna, like with makeup, nobody else is gonna be able to do it like I do, in terms of they're not gonna have the same amount of pressure on the brush. They're not gonna, even if we do the same technique, it could still turn out differently. We could use same technique, same palette, same brushes, and it still is gonna turn out different. So nobody else thinks like me. Nobody else, like the saying, you have 7 twins out there in the world. Yes, we might look similar, but nobody else is truly gonna be me. Nobody's gonna have the experiences I do. Nobody's gonna have the same results at the end of a makeup look as I do. Even if I do it and I show you how to do it, again, it's gonna come out different. Just like the example I said. It's pave your own fucking way. And that's how my confidence came when I was like talking to myself one night, because I was going doing this, like, how do I want to build my mindset to transform how I look and all that. And I go through this every few months, because I mean, there's actually the red, white, and blue makeup look that I did on my channel years ago. I was practicing it, and I was doing it, and I was like, even if I had this same palette again, I can have the same brushes and have past me and current me sitting down. And the look turned out so different from how I had it in the video, and I was like, even if somebody else sat next to me and they had more experience than I did, same thing, we're not going to have the exact same look. We're not going to have the same pressure on the brush. We're not going to, even if we do it the exact same way, following a tutorial, it's not going to turn out the same. I promise. And it didn't. I followed my older tutorial, and I remember there's random ass things I remember. But I was looking at it, and I was doing it, and I was like, I remember what I was thinking while I was filming this. Of course, I was also nervous while filming that. I don't know if anybody else picked up on it, but I remember my ex-husband, at the time he was my husband, we were married, and he was watching me. He was like, And I had my camera on a tripod. It was a webcam I had hooked up to my computer, and I could see from my computer what I was doing. And I was using AVS. I still use AVS, but I was looking at the webcam and I was doing it. And I had a mirror sitting right next to me, but right above the webcam was my husband just I'm just watching, and I'm like, why are you just watching me? He's like, I'm watching you because you look like a different person with makeup on than you do without makeup. And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm just watching. I said, you're freaking me out. Can you go take our kids somewhere? He's like, no. And I'm like, why? He said, I'll do it after. I want to see you transform. And I'm like, you're an ass. You could come back and see me. He's like, no. But I remember that while I was doing it. Nobody saw it because obviously I cut it for a tutorial. But I remember him doing that. And he remembers that. Because I was showing him while I was practicing it up here. Fucking asshole, man. But yeah, it's all about how can you do this in a way that makes you feel good about you? How can you do this in a way that you feel yourself while doing it? Hi, peace and joy. How are you? I was just answering a question that I was sent on Instagram for in case if they were watching this, or I could just reference them to this video at a particular time that I start talking. How are you? Mm. I've been good. I've been good. I've been doing this. Hold on. Okay. It's been a while because I was like, I know that username. I don't know if you've been here before or if, but no, you have been here before. I learned how to do things since. But since you haven't been here in a while, we're doing coffee talk for the rest of the month every morning here. Girl talk Wednesday nights, hangout and music. The hangout with me's and the makeup and music. Makeup and music I'll do every now and again. But obviously I'm not home with my normal background, so for now we're just putting a pause on that. So coffee talk, and then yeah, we drink. It's kind of like makeup and music. I mean, there's coffee, there's talking, but not. There's no makeup. But I made a deal with somebody. I would do it every day for the rest of the month, and then after that, I can decide if I want to do it daily, go to 2, 3 times a week, or just go back to the Sundays. Um, which at this moment in time, I don't even know where I'm gonna do it because I'm just trying to. I have post on my channel in the post tab, community tab. I don't know what it's worded for everybody. I have the topic. I have the post and where you could comment a topic that you want me to talk about for that specific thing. Like if you want a girl talk topic, you put it under girl talk. There's Q&A, because I realized I haven't done one in like 7 years and a lot has changed. I am no longer married. I don't have a 2-year-old. I'm not in the same place I was. You know, I'm not the same 22-year-old I was last time I did it. There's coffee talk, girl talk, the live reactions for me to do that as a video. I think that's it. Whenever I start music and makeup again, I will probably put that up for if anybody wants me to do a specific color scheme or makeup style. I could do that. I would just have to go put it up. But that way, I'll go look at it. If y'all want something specific,
Boo.
Go over there. Tori, you want her? I'm only offering her to you. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're going on a picnic after this. So, okay, it's not showing there. Tell me. Okay. Nice thing is about how we before was. Yes. How we were before. Yeah, that's exactly it. And, I mean, with how things... Okay, cool. With how things are, yes, absolutely, evolve. But there's also... Last year alone, because of mindset, I was almost like 3 different people. Just because I was like, I'm not going to be this person anymore. Went from people pleaser to bitch to a slightly different version to how I am now. Because I was just like tired of everything. Well, more than a people pleaser, like I am in my family up until last year, because they're like, something happened. Like, I talked to my mom 2 days ago, and she's like, last year, you were a bitch. And I was like, well, why do you say that? She's like, normally before, you were the one that everybody came to fix things, or if we needed something, even at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you were there to fix it, and you never complained. I said, I stopped doing that because I have a cousin that was closer to y'all, and I live across town, but you called me at 2 o'clock in the morning instead of calling her to bring you to the hospital, and I couldn't have my kid, so I had to bring my kid to across town in a different way to drop my kid off to my mom, go to your side, pick you up, and then pass my house to go to hospital, when you could have just called your kid, the cousin closer to you, who didn't have kids, to just pick you up and go. Like, you wasted 30 minutes calling my ass and having everybody jump on me, but if I didn't do what you wanted, I got guilt tripped by not just you, but by multiple of your kids, by all the cousins, because you would have made me out to be the worst person ever in the world. I would have been the devil incarnate. So, keep in mind, I was venting to my mom about this because it was another family member that did that to me, and it was not the first time she's done that to me. So I vented to my mom. I said, that was the snapping point at me being a bitch, because it was that, or I was helping my little brother who lived with her, and I brought him somewhere, she jumped in the car and said, okay, we're going here, without even talking to me. But if I didn't do it, she's, oh, well, it was a poor me kind of thing, and if I didn't do it, I was guilt tripped and shamed by multiple people in the family. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. If y'all think I'm a villain, apparently I'm such this terrible person, we're just gonna ignore all the years that I've helped you all. You know? So I went from people pleaser to bitch to somewhere in the middle of that, all within a year. It was fucking crazy. Right? Unhealthy boundaries. And it's like your family does it to you the worst. And if they've done it consistently to you growing up, you're like, this is how things are supposed to be. Then you realize it's not. And you're like, well, how do I fix this? And how do I change it? And then still, you're the villain in their story. And you have to learn to be okay with being the villain. Can you go?
Okay.
No!
I wanted to kiss you.
I love you too, but you can do it after! Charlotte. You know the rule. I am so sorry. Y'all saw little one. I tried not to show her face on here because there's a lot of weirdos that come at me as it is. I don't need anybody coming after me for her. So I was like, oh, it is. And I'm still... All this happened over the course of last year. Then we all kind of, like, it was rough for a little bit, but we all kind of came together when my grandpa had cancer. He passed away January of at the beginning of this year, which is why I took a couple hiatuses earlier this year. Like, I was on, and then I was stopped for a little bit, then I was on again, then I was stopped for a little bit, because I was up and down with grieving, and it was a lot. Like, his birthday just passed last month, and it was the first time, but it's still outside of bonding for Papa and all of us being together for him. It was really, you're stuck a bit. Here's what was framed to me a week ago. And I have to laugh at this, alright? And I don't care if they watch my stuff. Hi, Fuzzy, because a lot of them watch my stuff and they're like, why'd you say this? Why'd you do this? You're not supposed to voice this. Why not? Because it makes us look bad. I don't give a fuck. I don't. But that's how it is. I am the one who doesn't know how to respect people. I am the one that... This is what was told to me. I know who I am. My ex-husband who couldn't stand me. We've been divorced 6 years. Can't stand me most days. He got mad on my behalf and asked, do you want to come live up here with me? Like, he got mad on my behalf, and we don't like each other. Let me put it like that. And he was like, do I need a fight? It's bad when the exes come in a fight. But I'm such a bitch. I'm such a selfish person. I am the worst person in the world. And events that I have text messages for, I have recordings because my phone records some of my phone calls. Like, if I'm on the actual phone, it records some of them. And you can hear them in the back talking at me about things. Or they're talking not knowing I'm in the next room about me. And they're like, oh, that never happened. You're such a liar. And then I'm like, why do I have this then? And I'll back it up to my other phone. But why do I have this? I'm such a liar that things that came out of your mouth in your voice or you texted me is sitting right here on my phone. I didn't doctor this. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure I could watch a tutorial and do it, but there's no point. like, what? Or, even better, I'm not even in town when certain things happen, but yet I'm blamed for it. But the reason why they'll say that is because I didn't do something for them when they needed it. Like, they'll try that. It is fucking wild. So, let me tell you something. Family? They could be your best friends. They could be your worst enemies. They teach you lessons. And I've said it before. I never regret anything I've ever done. Have I fucked up? Yes. I learned my lessons from that. Your family teaches you your biggest lessons. Love them or hate them, they teach you your biggest lessons about yourself and how you respond to certain things. And you can change those responses with, this is not who I want to be. This is who I want to be. And connect the gap like, okay, do this, do this, do this. And then over time, you'll end up being that new person. Mindset thing, that works all the time. We've always done it, even if we don't realize we've done it. But I stand by what I said, and it's true. Your family teaches you every single lesson about yourself, because how you respond to them, how you respond to situations about them, if we acknowledge it, for aware of how we respond to others and ourselves, if we have the willingness, yes. You have to, and here's the thing, it's kind of like, if you don't love yourself, how is anybody else gonna love you? If you don't stand up for yourself, how do you expect somebody else to do it? They're your support system, sure. Whoever you want as your support system. I have a chosen family. I have my family, and then I have a chosen family. Tori's part of the chosen family. Do I fuck up with her? Absolutely. Do I learn my lesson and do better? Absolutely. She's part of the chosen family. How I react to certain situations? You learn from it. You learn about yourself. Like with everything. Long time ago, I heard somebody say, stop telling me I can't. Okay. With that, I would say you're operating on different dysfunctions or habits or patterns. They may not serve you anymore. Right. There's a lot that's autopilot. Auto mode that we go on, like folding clothes. Or if somebody talks to us that we're so used to, I agree with that. Windows 1995. I love you. I love you. But I agree with you. I agree with that. But it's all about, there's people I know that still operate from before I was born. They're like, this is not how it used to be. I'm like, dude, I was born in 96. You've been alive a lot longer than me. I could tell you. We don't do it that way anymore. Like, it's people like that, especially, that get so fucking pissed. Because I'm not who I was 3 years ago. I'm not who I was at this time in my life. And I'm like, there's one uncle in particular. Over the last 7 years, I put up pictures on my Instagram, progress pictures, right? I haven't done it in a long time. But I wanted to document myself because I felt low. Because I was a new mom. She was just born. And I wanted to see how far I could do it. Because at that time, before I got pregnant, I wanted to compete. And I was like, in my head, being pregnant was just bulking. Because I put on so much weight. And I was like, I can make this into muscle, So I was documenting it. I still don't talk to that uncle to this day. Because at that time he's like, we don't do this. Women need a da-da-da. And I'm like, what decade are you living in? It's obviously before my time, but what decade are you living in? We. And he's like, you used to not be like this when you were like 3, 4 years old. And I'm like, I had a kid. I am married. I don't live with my parents. I am 20, or I was 20, 21 at the time. What the fuck are you talking about? It does, but it also, like, one of the biggest things I've learned, like, we do it, that's why I pointed it out. We do it all the time. Like, we look at where we're at, we look at where we're going, and how I put it to a lot of people is like a deadlift or a squat fitness reference. And you want to lift that 300-pound deadlift, right? And you go from not doing it at all to that. You're going to be like, okay, this is where I'm at, that's where I'm at, and you work your way towards that. And then you look back and you're like, I used to not be like this a few months ago. You know? It's the same thing. We've done it from being a child to this point. That, oh, I want to be like that person. I understand where I'm at. And mentally, you're like, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this. And then you start doing it every day. And then you look back and you're like, damn, I used to do that. You know, and then you keep going to the next thing to be better. Like, you'll still have the habits you like, and the things you don't, you change. And you're just not aware, hey, what you're doing. And then there's some people that don't change, and they're in that same goddamn box. And I'm like, why? Like, those are the people that I'm like, why do you not want, what are you scared? Do you think you're not going to be yourself? Because you are. But, like, I will sit there and I will ask them. But the uncle I was telling you about that I don't talk to, I asked my mom because she's like, oh, he's my brother. He is who he is. He's family. We treat, you know. And I'm like, so what's he doing? Is he doing this? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, is he still doing this? Yeah. Is he still doing this? Yeah. Is he still there? Yeah. Motherfucker ain't gonna change. And he's been like that for 3 decades. I'm gonna be 30 next year, and he's been like that. And it's like, you're stuck in the fucking 90s. I mean, yeah, it might have been that great of a time, but why would you want to be stuck? The only thing that's changed about him is he has a smartphone and not a flip phone. Or going to random places to do it, because there's not many places where, like, you go to a coffee shop and, hey, I need the phone. You know, there's not many places like that, so he needed a phone. But he got a smartphone, and I'm like, but he'll look up my stuff to get on my mom about me, and my mom's like, she's old enough to do what the fuck she wants. Okay, hold on, because I have my computer right here. Let me pull up my tablet. It's closer, because my computer, I have to wake it up and put in the password. Okay. Where's my reading? Right here. Okay. What's the book? Okay. YouTube. Kristen Snowden. Wait. Yeah, that's... Okay. It just sounded wrong. Kristen Snowden. Love the Attic Avoided. I will go look into that today. And then if you're on tomorrow, I will talk to you about the video, and I'll probably get the book today. Okay, the book, Facing Love Addiction. We'll see. let's see. Facing. We'll see. Okay, I have it written. We will look. That's where my. Aha. I will look at it and see. There is one book that I've read. Have you ever seen Divorce Court? I found that show after I found the book because I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" But okay, the author is she's not a judge anymore. She retired. She lost her husband within the last year or two. Judge Lynn Toller. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. My Mother's Rules, and then Dear Sonny, Letters to the Daughter I Never Had. Lynn Toller. Those two books I've read, I think 2021 or 2022. I've read those. I know I was up here. Where I'm at now, I know I was here. Lynn Toller, Lynn, and then Toller, Toller. Okay. Whee! This is the cover of the first book, My Mother's Rules. And then the second book, she wrote 3 that I have. Making Marriage Work, New Rules for an Old Institution. That one I used, and I was like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, you know, stuff like that. But here's the other book. Dear, I want to say it's Sonny. I don't know, I probably butchered the fuck out of that name, and I'm so sorry. Letters to the Daughter I Never Had. And then this is the third book. It Was Never There. I've already made, because she's done Divorce Court, so she knows what couples typically go through. And I was like, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. And then that's where I changed the story of where my relationship views changed. Was this book helped it. Making Marriage Work. New Rules to an Old Institution. For an Old Institution. So, those helped me. Change how I wanted to look at relationships and look at what I do for them. I also, there was one that I changed and I even told my ex-husband, and we implement, even though we're not together, we implement it. And it's been working. Like, when we have arguments or disagreements, we used to argue every single time we talked. To the point where my kid thought just us talking changed our story so many times we get caught in the hole. Well, yeah, we are the journey. I gotta say this. Yes, exactly. I gotta say this. I am not a religious person. I am a spiritual person. I used to go to church 6 days a week with my mom. I became a teenager and realized it's not for me. Like, we went to different churches, different religions, so that, because she wanted me to find what I wanted, what I resonated with. I didn't resonate with any of them. To me, they all said the same thing, just changed the words and dressed it up differently. I am a very big proponent of do what makes you feel good. Whatever you believe to be true is true, but also, yes, we are the writers of our journey. We are the authors of our life. If we don't like something, take it the fuck out. And learn a lesson from it. That's why I don't regret anything I've ever done, because I've learned lessons from it. I wouldn't have learned that lesson if I wouldn't have went through it. I'm one of the hard heads that I kind of need to experience it myself to know if I like it or not. So there's my thing. Like, it's right. We all have our own views on it. If religion is for somebody, great. I'm glad you found that. Just don't push it on me. I've had that disagreement many times with people. My dad and my ex-mother-in-law included. One's Baptist, one's Catholic. And I'm like, I love that for you. I'm glad you found something. I don't see it that way, though. But, like, I'm able to have legit discussions with my dad about a viewpoint from his religious and my not religious viewpoint on the same thing. And I'm like, I agree with you. I just don't say that. And we'll talk about it, and it's fine. And I'll have my brother sit there like, how the fuck did you do that? But there's also hypocrites you got to be careful of. Because what I found interesting, and this is all I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get off of it. What I find interesting is that somebody's beliefs change. And I'm not saying that's bad, but it changes depending on where they're at. Because, like, they could be at church, be all, and outside of church, they are a completely different person. That's what I didn't like about that. And I noticed that. But anywho, so, yes, we are able to change. We evolve all the time. Biggest example. My kid asked me the other day, how was I at 9 years old? I had to call my mama. And I was like, how was I at 9? Because I'm around you all the time. How was I? And at one point, did you see me starting to change into something else? Like, I asked her, and she has the worst short-term memory, but she remembers that. And she was able to, like, she remembers random ass things. Like, she'll be like talking about our dog Newman that we had. But it's like, for example, with me and Nolan, 6 years ago, hated each other. Now we could tolerate each other. And one of the things that was implemented back in November when he came visit to see our kid, because we have an agreement amongst us about how our kid is and how we'll, again, we do not like each other. We have no intention on getting back together. But there's times where he'll come stay at my house for a few weeks so that he can spend time with her. And there are times where we're going to come meet him so that she could spend time with both of her parents in the same house, and she still gets that experience. That's an agreement we had a long time ago. So she could have a chance at her parents being able to do stuff with her and not make every single meeting, an all-out brawl, because she gets that. She didn't choose to have two parents to get married, then get divorced, and fight all the time. She didn't choose that. And when it comes to Bear, we're on the same page. When it comes to everything else, we're not. But when it comes to disagreements and arguments, if it gets too emotional or we realize it's not going to go anywhere right now, we time out. And I do this with everybody. Just he's the most prominent one that I do it with because we used to argue all the fucking time. If we realize we're talking in circles and we're both the type of people to try and look at it from this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. Like, we try and see it from everywhere, pros and cons, everything, and then come to an agreement. That's just who we are, especially when we're fighting. Like I've said in a live recently, I have a browser specifically for my research to when I want to fight with him. Like, we'll bring up the topic a few days, like, hey, I really, really, really need to talk to you about this. It's important. We tell them what it's about. That way we have a few days to figure out what we want to say. But if it gets to a timeout and we're talking in circles, or it's getting too emotional to where we know it's not going to go further than this, timeout. It's getting to this point, and we'll either change to a different topic to where until our feelings calm down on it, or we'll give it a few days to find other viewpoints on it. And then we'll come back and we'll reconvene. Like, we're like, hey, this isn't done. Set a day like 2-3 days in advance, and then we'll do it. And so far, it's worked. We haven't had a blow-up fight in a long time. So, knock on wood. I don't have wood, so somebody knock on wood for me. That it works. And it's been 6 years in the making. It wasn't instant. It took 6 years. These pointy nails would have been at him if, but yeah, we were both in the same agreement, and we acknowledge that. We're not the same people we were when we met. We're not the same people we were when we got married. We're not the same people we were when we got divorced. Why the fuck would we keep ourselves in that box or keep each other in that box when our communication has evolved so much? And we even acknowledged, like, yes, if we had the people we are now, then a lot of the fights that happened would not have happened, and we could have possibly been friends. And if we were like that then, our kid would have such a better time now. But it's not a regret. We just acknowledge that, and we try our best. And that's how it is. Mm-mm. Well, we thought it was going to be end all be all. I was 19, he was 21 when we got married. Of course, as a teenager, it's going to be... No. I wasn't told, hey, this is da-da-da. But at 19, I can say I was so goddamn defensive. Up until 2 years ago, yes, people pleaser. But I was so defensive because I was like, you told me to help you this way. I am trying my best. But at the same time, I am trying to figure out who I am and how to be a mom. Because I was pregnant at 19. I gave birth at 20. How do I be a mom? How do I be a good wife? I wasn't taught those things. I was just told growing up, yes, you go to school, but then after that, you get married, you have babies, you have a family. And so in my head, that's the process I was taking, and it wasn't told, oh, this is what you do when this had this, and that. Like my grandparents, yeah, they've been married for 40 years, but it wasn't their first marriage either. From my grandpa, it was his third. From my grandma, who's my step-grandma, it was her second. My birth grandma died before I was 1, so I never knew her. So it was, well, yeah, that too. But I never had a good talk with anybody. Okay, this is what you do when you have this fight. This is how you communicate. This is what you do for this. I wasn't told. I learned through going through it. I wasn't told, hey, when you have a fight with your husband, this is what you do. When you do this, this is what you do. Everybody on my mama's side has been married 2 or 3 times. There has never been one. I say that now. As of right now. Not many people have been married just one time for the rest of their life. Same thing on my daddy's side. So I never had a good model of this is how marriages are. This is what you know. But in saying that, right, and let me say this. Being a people pleaser, knock that shit out before you get married. Knock it out. I gotta say that. Before you get married, knock out that people pleasing shit. Especially for your family, because, no. You need to live for you. This is what I tell my kid, because I wish somebody would have told me. Yeah. I tell my kid before, yes, books before boys. Sure. But I tell her not just love yourself, but how to. Take yourself out on solo dates. I take her out on mommy-daughter dates to show her. I buy her flowers. Her dad does it for her too. We want to show her how, because I tell how me and Nolan talked. Treat me, even if you don't like me, treat me how you want her to see. Okay, this is how a man's supposed to treat a woman. So she knows, and I show her how she needs to treat herself or how a woman needs to treat her. You know? And that kind of helped our communication evolve. And that helped how we talk to each other. Because do you want a man, even if he's your friend and it's platonic, do you want him to treat you like that? Because I'll be damned. You know, take yourself out on solo dates. I buy myself flowers. And I love flowers. I look at doing my nails. I don't have to do them. There are periods of time where I don't. I do my nails even if I go on live. It's more so for me. I take 4 or 5 hours to do them. Even if it's a simple set, I take my time with it. And I go slow. Because I enjoy doing little things for me. These motherfuckers last the most. But I do little things for me. I sit there. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy going to take a shower and doing my hair and taking bath oil from dollar store and putting it in the shower with me or in the, you know, I find little moments to just slow down and take my time. And I give myself that love. And I teach my little girl that. Buy your own flowers. Figure out what you want. Do it. That way when that person comes in, they just enhance it. How do you want somebody to talk to you? How do you want somebody to treat you? Whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's this, that. Lay your boundaries down. And I tell her, if you feel like I'm pushing you too far, if it's warranted as a parent, that's different. But if it's like me walking in her room and she wants me to knock, sure. But she knows. She's 9 and she knows. If I'm doing it, I'm mom before friend. But I will respect her privacy. She folds her own clothes. I knock on her door unless I get that mom instinct, and she knows when I get that mom instinct that something's wrong and I need to go check on her. Is that too much freedom for a 9-year-old? Maybe. How I'm saying it, I simplify a lot of shit when I say it. But you have to be truly in it to understand, because me just saying it. Thank you. But I wish somebody would have, how I raise her is how I wish somebody would have done for me. Like, whether they just said it or showed me, you know? I do this with everyone. How can I make them... Yes, the people please, maybe it's still a thing in me, but it's how can I be a safe space for this person? How can I do this for this person to feel appreciated and valued and listened to? Do I still fuck up when it comes to that? Abso-fucking-lutely. I learned my lesson and I do better because I want my friends to enjoy being my friend. With my little girl, I teach her, yes, have boundaries. But you could also be this person and do it this way and communicate this way. And if you want this, fucking do it. Like, I'm taking her on a little mommy-daughter date as a picnic today after this. We're going grocery shopping. We're coming back. We're going to make everything and we're going to take what we want and go. And I do mommy-daughter dates with her once to twice a month. And with her dad, they do movie dates. They do video game things. And date is the wrong word to use, but it's like a set. We call it dates. It's not a date like a romantic thing. It's just like, we have this day from this time to this time, we're doing this. It's whatever she wants. And we show her, hey, this is how you do this. And it's time. We're not on I'm not saying we're on our phones all the time, but it's dedicated time that no matter what we got going on, we are going to stop that and do this. Like, he works on cars. He will not work on his project that day from this time to this time and spend it solely with her. Same for me, like beauty content creation. I'm also a mindset coach. I'm also a fitness and nutrition coach. Well, nutritional advisor, but a fitness coach. I'm on screens all the fucking time. I will do something screen free on purpose because I'm on screens all the time, unless we're watching a movie. And I will sit there and it could be Frozen for the 50,000th time because her and Frozen, oh my god, it came out years before her. She loves that thing. Like, she's excited for the movie that's coming out in the next couple years. Frozen 3. What the fuck they're doing, I don't know. But I hear it all the fucking time. And I'll sit there and act like it's my first time watching it. Because it means something to her. And I teach her. And I'll ask her. Every now and again, she'll get annoyed at me because she's like, you know this. But then she'll sit there and realize she changed her answer. I'm like, what do you want from me right now? Hi! I'll ask her, what do you want from me right now? What do you need right now at this moment? You're back from Sunday? Yeah! I'm doing this every day until the end of the month. So you have me another week and a half. And then I might go to just 2-3 times a week. I don't know yet. Sundays is always going to be a thing, though. And then Wednesday nights for Girl Talk is always going to be a thing unless said otherwise. I don't know when I'll do, like, the morning ones. Sundays will always be a thing unless I decide to go on hiatus, which I will let everyone know. It would just be in the community post tab here or in my membership on Patreon. But I will let everyone know across socials if I ever decide to go on hiatus. A dot tool? Okay. I will go find one. Tell your sister thank you for me. I appreciate it. I will go find a good dot tool for that. And do what I need to for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've done a different set since Sunday. Wednesday I did it. I did like the removal on here, and then I did this after. Took me for fucking ever because the tips weren't working. Yeah, it's nude because I have a lot of videos to film over the next 2 weeks. So I was like, this is it's a peaches and cream, but it looks nude on me. And then I have a little pink sparkle. So it's a very simple set, yes, but it'll help when I film a lot. When I film a very lot, I go simple. I don't know if anybody's ever caught that. Right? I actually had some last night because I saw this and I was like, now I want ice cream. I bought butter pecan and peaches and cream, and then I got the peaches and cream oatmeal. So, oh, I love peach. Peach and pineapple are my two favorite fruits ever. There was this recipe. Okay, you know how peach cobbler is? There was this recipe my grandma made me that I want to make again. I have never made it in my adult life. I made it one time with her when I was a child. Okay, regular vanilla ice cream. Take some honey, a tiny, tiny bit of cinnamon, but there's also I can't remember what. Has anybody seen Holes? That recipe with the peaches and the spiced candy? I used hot tamales. You melt down the hot tamales. I forgot. Now I gotta go look it up. Hang on. Because I did it as a kid for a school project. But that's how we did the peaches. And then I put the peaches on vanilla ice cream. And oh my god. I need to go look it up. Hang on. Hang on. Because I will tell you guys the recipe. Because I thought that shit was delicious. And now I want to make it. Hang on. 2 seconds. Spiced peaches Holes. Is this it? I don't know. We're about to find out though, because I thought that shit was good. Okay. This. No, because I used hot candy. Oh no! Blankets, long sleeve shirts, sweatpants. I actually like it when it's cold like that and it's hot outside. It gives me the best excuse to just stay in my bed. Okay, they're showing something else, but I remember using it with hot candy. Like, it was the hot tamales we melted down. And I can't find it now. Hold on, let me... Okay. 1 can of peaches in half, drained and use this. It has to be in syrup so you could use the syrup. A cup of light brown sugar, a cup of apple cider vinegar, red hot candies depending on your spice level, cinnamon sticks broke up into pieces, a 1/4 teaspoon freshly grated nutmeg, and a tablespoon of whole cloves. Then you drain the peaches, save the syrup. To the syrup, add brown sugar, the vinegar, the cloves, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, the red hot candies. Bring it to a boil until everything melts into a syrup. Reduce to simmer for 5 to 10 minutes to thicken. And then you put the peaches in a heat-proof jar. Pour the syrup over the jar and then let sit until it cools completely. Then you cover and refrigerate for 24 to 48 hours. Every couple of hours, turning the jar upside down and then right side up. But the spice levels depending on you how much candy. But that over vanilla ice cream? Yes. That is something you have every now and again, but I remember that because the candy. Not many things. I remember peaches and candy. I didn't remember everything else, but I remember peaches and red candy. So yeah, that peaches with vanilla ice cream with that kind of syrup, I remember tasting it, and it's like what I put on TikTok about the poutine. Like, if I love it like that, it's gonna stay with me, and every now and again I'm gonna dream about it. Like, because the taste is there, and it So if I made you hungry for something, go make it, come back and tell me how you like it. Obviously, it will be a few days from now. But yes. It, When it comes to food, I love trying food from different cultures, different cuisines, different people's take, different preparations. If I like it or if I love it, I want the recipe. I want to know how you made it. I want a video on how you made it. I want to know the history behind, like, everything. If I don't like it, I will try it again. I'm one of those that I need 3 bites, but 3 different preparations, like 3 different ways to see. It could be that thing just prepared a different way that I love and it hit different. But yeah, I like food. Food just scratches my brain a certain kind of way. Like when my daughter and I eat, we watch a cooking show. Every single time we eat, it's been a thing since she was like 3. She doesn't want to watch anything else. And I noticed that it keeps her eating. Because she didn't play around. Like, if I put on a different show, she would play around. If I put on, she would just eat until she was full, and then we just turn it off and turn it back on whenever next time to eat. And it just stayed with me. She was like 2 when I started that, and she was eating by herself without me feeding her. We would do that, and that's how she eats, and that's how she still eats to this day. And I'm like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Because she eats just fine in public when we go to restaurants. But when we're at home, she needs a cooking show. You know how to make chewy but not too chewy brownies? Oh, so they're like very moist on the inside and very... Okay. You might think I'm weird. Shark? Bear can eat it. Now, if they were blondies, I would. I am one of those weird ones. I don't care for chocolate. I don't hate it. I just don't reach for it. I don't eat chocolate. I don't go out of my way to eat it. Let me put it like that. Ever since I was a kid, like, I've had Kit Kats, but I've had other chocolate too. Just Kit Kats, I would scrape it off and just eat whatever was left on the wafer, but that was before I was pregnant. The last time I ate it. Right? Hey, how I look at it is just because I don't like it, that means it's more for you if you do eat it. You know? That's how my mom is with liver and kidneys and gizzards and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's more for you to enjoy. It's not something. Now, you make those for my kid? Good luck getting the dish back. Just saying. You make anything chocolate for my kid, you might not get it back until the dish is empty. So you might have to fight her. A little 4'2" demon. She's the chocolate monster. She ain't Cookie Monster. She's chocolate monster. She'll eat anything chocolate. So I always tell her that. She's like, just try it. Because she's never seen me eat chocolate, and I always tell her, you don't know if you like it unless you try it. Even though I've tried it, like I said, last time I've had it was before she was born. So she didn't know. So I had to try it in front of her, and I'm like, I don't like it. I just don't reach for it. And she'll still, to this day, can you try this for me, please? But same with your cousin? Yeah. Hold on. The same cousin that taught you the recipe? Like, they'll just, like, they taught you that so you can... Right? She taught you that so you could go make your own so that what she makes is hers. Oh. Oh. She's like, give me, and the other one just taught you a recipe. They didn't want you to take theirs. You go make your own. They have their own. You don't touch their chocolate. I mean, that could have been what happened. They're like, yeah, you don't touch this. I'm trying to figure out if that's what she meant. Ooh, that's pretty. I am trying to find, and I think I did. Even if it's like a huge one, just so I can at least do one music and makeup up here that's not neutral. Because the palette I have is a signature eyeshadow palette and it's very neutral. That way it'll be the same concept, you just throw a different color in there, and I'm trying to find something else that's colorful. So we'll see. That's pretty, but that's not eyes, that's nails. Um, Anywho, so I'm just trying so that I can at least do a few up here, because I did enjoy music and makeup. A lot of y'all enjoyed it. I'm trying to do it and like put it up, and y'all could just do color schemes. It'll be over in the post. I need to put that thing back up, but I'll put it up once I get the palette and we could do color schemes again, like what we did. I have a few. I recorded a few. I need to re-record because I fucking hate how they turned out. Because I'm trying to edit through it and edit a different way, and I don't like how they did, so I'm just redoing it. It's a bunch of tutorials for different styles of makeup. And I'm doing them all in neutral, just so that way people get the basic idea of it, and it's more approachable. That way, if they want to add color, they can add color in different places. But in saying that, oh, that's pretty. But in saying that, I want to get a colorful eyeshadow palette. That way, if there's a color scheme outside of the neutrals, I'm able to do it, you know? So it all depends on how fast I could get it. So, okay, it's... Hi! It's been almost an hour and 40 minutes. I have a very impatient 9-year-old waiting for us to go get the stuff for the picnic. I will see you all tomorrow morning, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, 8 Pacific, tomorrow morning for Coffee Talk. Bye!